In today's world, many people like to talk about their goals and plans. It feels good to share your dreams with others. When you tell someone what you are working on, it can make you feel excited and proud. But have you ever thought about why some people achieve success without talking much? They don't share their plans with everyone. They work quietly and let their actions speak for them. There is great power in silence, and it can help you achieve real success. When you talk about your goals, it can trick your brain into thinking you've already made progress. This is a problem. Talking about your goals feels good, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, but nothing has actually happened yet. You might feel proud for sharing your plans, but you haven't taken any real steps to make them come true. This feeling of success is only temporary, it doesn't last, and it doesn't move you closer to your goal. In fact, it can make you feel comfortable, and you might even stop trying as hard because you've already felt good about it. Real success, on the other hand, comes from doing the work, not from talking about it. The people who achieve big things are the ones who stay focused on their work and don't waste time talking about it. They don't need anyone's approval or praise. They don't need to explain their goals to everyone they meet. They just get to work, day after day, doing what needs to be done. It's in the silence of working on your dreams that you build discipline, strength, and real progress. One of the best things about keeping your goals private is that you avoid unnecessary pressure. When you tell people what you are working on, they might ask you questions. They might want to know how things are going, when you will finish, or if you're on track. These questions can feel like a burden. They can make you feel like you have to rush, or like you have to meet other people's expectations. This pressure can cause stress and can even make you lose focus on what really matters. If you keep your goals to yourself, you don't have to worry about anyone else's expectations. You are free to move at your own pace. By working in silence, you protect your energy. You don't waste time seeking approval or praise from others. Instead, you focus on what needs to be done and put your effort into real action. You can make mistakes and learn without anyone judging you. You have the freedom to grow and develop in peace. This is one of the greatest advantages of working quietly. You are not distracted by other people's opinions or by the need to impress anyone. It's also important to remember that success doesn't come from the applause of others. Success comes from doing the work. When you focus on your actions and results, you will see progress over time. Your results will speak for themselves. People might not notice what you're doing at first, but eventually they will see your success. They will see the results of your quiet effort. And when that happens, those results will make a much bigger impact than anything you could have said. The journey to success is not about telling everyone what you're doing. It's about staying focused on your work, day after day. You need to be patient and consistent. It takes time to build something great, and the best things are often built in silence. When you are not distracted by the need for recognition, you can give your best effort. You can stay focused on your mission without the noise of other people's opinions. Another reason why keeping your goals private is powerful is because it helps you stay hungry. When you share your plans with others, you might feel like you've already achieved something. This can make you lose your hunger to keep going. You might feel like you don't need to work as hard because you've already received some attention or praise. But when you keep your goals to yourself, you stay focused on the goal, not on the praise. You keep your energy directed at taking action and making progress. You don't get distracted by what other people think. You stay hungry for success, and that hunger keeps you moving forward. In conclusion, the power of silence is real. It helps you stay focused, work hard, and avoid distractions. When you keep your goals to yourself, you protect your energy, stay hungry, and build success quietly. Your actions will speak louder than any words could ever do. So next time you feel the urge to share your goals with others, remember that working in silence is the key to real success. Keep your goals private, stay focused, and let your results speak for you. In today's world, many people seek approval from others. It feels good to hear someone say, "You're doing a great job," or "That's amazing." When we get praise or recognition, it makes us feel successful and motivated. However, constantly seeking approval from others can actually hurt your progress. The truth is, you don't need anyone's approval to achieve your goals. When you share your goals or achievements with others, you might feel excited and proud. But here's the problem: that feeling of happiness is short-lived. The praise or attention you get from others feels nice in the moment, but it's not real progress. The more you rely on external approval, the less you focus on the real work that will help you achieve your goals. You start thinking that the attention you get is enough. In reality, it's just a distraction. When you talk about your dreams, you might feel like you've already done something important. Your brain gets a small reward from talking about it, and this can make you feel like you've already made progress. But the truth is, you haven't done anything yet. You haven't faced the challenges. You haven't taken any real action. You've only talked about your plans, and that's not enough. This quick reward can trick your mind into thinking you've already reached your goal, which makes you less motivated to actually work toward it. This is why seeking external validation can be dangerous. The more you talk about your dreams, the less you do. You start chasing praise instead of focusing on the real work. Over time, this can cause you to lose your drive. You feel good when you get compliments, but this doesn't move you forward. The only thing that will move you forward is consistent, focused action. Looking for approval also creates pressure. When you share your goals with others, they might ask you questions like, "How is it going? Have you made any progress?" These questions can make you feel like you have to answer them quickly, which adds unnecessary pressure. You might feel rushed to finish something, even if it's not ready. This pressure can stop you from doing your best work because you're worried about meeting other people's expectations. Instead of focusing on the quality of your work, you might start worrying about how fast you can finish it just to satisfy others. When you rely too much on external validation, you also risk hearing negative feedback. Not everyone will support your goals. Some people might criticize your ideas, doubt your ability, or say things that discourage you. This can be even more harmful. Negative feedback can cause you to doubt yourself and your plans. It can make you question whether you should even continue working toward your goals. The fear of criticism can stop you from taking bold actions or making important decisions. But when you work in silence, you protect yourself from this type of negativity. The key to avoiding the trap of seeking approval is to focus on self-motivation. Motivation that comes from within is stronger and longer lasting than praise from others. When you rely on yourself to keep moving forward, you don't need anyone else to tell you that you're doing well. You know that you're on the right path because you see the progress in your own actions. Self-motivation helps you push through difficult moments, stay focused on your goals, and keep going even when it feels tough. Building this kind of internal motivation is the key to long-term success. You don't need to share every step of your journey with the world. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. The only person you need to impress is yourself. When you do the work, day after day, you will see the results. Those results will speak louder than any words of praise. The more you focus on doing the work, the more confident you will become in your ability to achieve your goals. You won't rely on external approval to feel good about your progress. You will know that you are making real progress because you are putting in the effort, and that's all that matters. Another important point is that external validation can make you lazy. When you receive praise or attention from others, it can make you feel like you've already achieved something important. This feeling of accomplishment can be dangerous because it can make you relax and stop working. Instead of pushing yourself to do more, you might start thinking that you've already done enough. But success doesn't come from talking about your goals or getting praise. It comes from taking action, making mistakes, learning from them, and continuing to improve. When you work in silence, you don't let praise or criticism distract you. You focus on your own growth and progress. In conclusion, seeking approval from others can slow you down and make it harder to reach your goals. It can make you feel good in the moment, but it doesn't help you achieve real success. To truly succeed, you need to stop looking for external validation and start focusing on the work. Trust in your own abilities, stay motivated from within, and keep moving forward without needing anyone else's approval. Your results will speak for themselves, and that is the true measure of success. True success is not built in a day, nor is it built in the spotlight. Many people want success to happen quickly, and they think that once they achieve something, they should be recognized right away. They want applause, praise, and public acknowledgement for their efforts. However, real success is built in silence, through consistent hard work over time. It is the quiet, steady effort that creates lasting achievements, not the temporary recognition that comes from showing off. When you work quietly and focus on your goals, you are building a foundation for something much bigger than a short-term win. Success that comes too quickly or too easily often fades just as fast. True success takes time, patience, and effort. It is like planting a tree. You must start with a small seed, water it every day, and let it grow strong. The roots are hidden from view, but they are essential for the tree to stand tall and last for many years. Similarly, the hard work and dedication you put in when no one is watching are what will support your success in the long run. One of the biggest dangers of seeking immediate recognition is that it creates pressure. When you share your goals with others too soon, they might start asking you questions. How is it going? When will you finish? This pressure can make you feel rushed, which is not helpful when you are trying to build something meaningful. The fear of judgment from others can stop you from taking risks, making mistakes, and learning. It can make you feel like you have to meet others' expectations, which takes away your freedom to make decisions at your own pace. The best way to avoid this pressure is to keep your goals private. When you work in silence, you can move forward at your own speed and make the right choices without worrying about what others think. By working in silence, you are also able to avoid unnecessary distractions. The world is full of noise, opinions from others, social media, and all the things that can take your focus away from what truly matters. When you choose to work quietly, you can protect your energy and focus. You don't have to explain your every move or defend your decisions to anyone. Instead, you can focus on the steps that will bring you closer to your goal. The silence allows you to concentrate on what needs to be done, without the outside noise affecting your progress. Building a lasting legacy is about thinking beyond the present moment. It's about creating something that will stand the test of time. When you focus on building something of real value, you don't worry about getting applause for every small achievement. You understand that true success is a process, not an event. It's the small, quiet steps you take every day that add up to something big. Success doesn't come from what you do in a moment. It comes from what you do consistently over a long period of time. Success is not just about achieving your goals. It's about creating something that has lasting value. This value is built over time, through hard work, perseverance, and consistency. The people who achieve real success are not the ones who show off every little step they take. Instead, they focus on their work, make steady progress, and allow their results to speak for themselves. Their work speaks louder than words. They don't need attention or praise because their actions speak volumes. Working in silence also helps you develop the discipline you need for long-term success. When you don't share your goals or plans with others, you are not distracted by their opinions. You don't need anyone to tell you what to do or when to do it. You are in control of your own progress. This self-discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who only dream of success. It's the ability to keep working, even when no one is watching, and to stay focused on your goals despite the distractions around you. A lasting legacy is not about being the loudest or the most recognized. It is about creating something meaningful, something that will inspire others long after you have achieved it. The quiet work you do today will eventually be recognized in the future. People may not notice all the effort you put in at the start, but they will see the results. They will see the foundation you built and the strength that came from your silent work. When the time is right, your results will speak for themselves. Your success will be undeniable, not because you told everyone about it, but because your work made a real impact. In conclusion, true success is not about seeking applause or attention. It is about working quietly, staying focused, and making steady progress toward your goals. The most successful people are those who can work in silence, avoid distractions, and stay disciplined even when no one is watching. They understand that success is a journey, not a destination. They build their legacy one small step at a time, and eventually their hard work pays off. So, instead of seeking immediate recognition, focus on the work. Let your actions speak for themselves. When you do this, you will build a lasting legacy that will inspire others and stand the test of time. In the end, the story of working in silence, focusing on actions, and avoiding the trap of seeking validation is not just about achieving success. It's about creating a life that is built on steady, consistent effort. The character in this story understood that success is not found in the applause of others or in sharing every detail of their progress. Instead, true success comes from quietly working behind the scenes, staying disciplined, and letting your results speak for themselves. The journey was not easy, but by staying focused, they overcame obstacles and achieved their goals, all without the need for constant recognition or praise. The character realized that seeking approval from others is a trap. While praise feels good in the moment, it doesn't lead to real progress. Instead of spending time seeking attention or validation, the character chose to put their energy into doing the work. This decision led to a more fulfilling and successful life. The character's success was not a loud, attention-grabbing event. It was the result of years of quiet effort, where every step taken was one step closer to their dreams. From this story, we can learn a powerful lesson. True success comes from consistency, discipline, and silent work. It's easy to get distracted by what others think or by the need to impress people, but that will never bring long-lasting success. The key is to focus on the work, stay motivated from within, and let your actions lead the way. When you stop worrying about approval and focus on your goals, the results will come naturally. How can you apply this lesson to your life today? First, remember that you don't need anyone's permission to succeed. Keep your goals private and focus on what you can control, your actions. Avoid seeking validation from others and instead build your success step by step, working quietly towards your dreams. Understand that challenges will come, but perseverance and dedication will always lead you to success. Stay patient and consistent, and trust that the quiet work you put in will eventually lead to the results you've always dreamed of. Congratulations to all of you for listening to this story and improving your listening skills in English. You've worked hard, and I'm sure you're learning and growing with each story. Keep it up. Now, here's a small quiz to test your understanding. Please comment your answer below. Which of the following is the main lesson of the story? A success comes from talking about your plans with others. B. True success comes from working quietly and focusing on your goals. Comment your answer with A or B. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support us. Your support keeps us motivated to create more content for you. If you find this helpful, feel free to donate to help with the expenses of making quality content. We are doing this for free to help you learn English, and every little bit helps us continue our work. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you again in the next lesson.